Hello, hello. Welcome back to Tribes Ascend. Today, well, not exactly today. Let's just say that this footage has been sitting on my computer for quite a while, and I just haven't gotten around to recording commentary for it. If I look in the file right now, it tells me August 2012, so yeah, it's been sitting on the hard drive for a little while now. Nevertheless, it is pretty decent gameplay, and sort of shows off a strategy I haven't covered on the channel yet, so hey, let's go ahead and let's do it. Do it to it. So what am I doing this time around? This time I am doing something that I like to call Infiltrator E-grabs. It's pretty self-explanatory, honestly. The name pretty much says it all. So you're playing Infiltrator and you are E-grabbing the flag. E-grab, of course, being when you grab the flag right as they're about to capture it, so you prevent the capture by doing so. And Infiltrator is actually a really good class to do this with because you obviously have a cloak and you can sort of hide around the flag stand and then pop up at the last second with the E-grab. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do if you're planning to do this, or you're planning to play Infiltrator at all, really, is take out the radar sensor. And this is a little bit more complicated now because of the shields around the sensors and the turrets. So nowadays, you probably will want to go take out the generator as quickly as possible. In the past, my recommendation would have been simply take out the radar sensor and leave the generator. Someone else can take it out. But yeah, make sure the radar sensor is down. The reason being that if the radar is up and you decloak, even if you're not within line of sight of anybody, they're going to be able to see your icon, so they'll know you're there. And the whole key to playing Infiltrator, really, is just to remain hidden, so if they know where you are, it's not such a good thing. And basically, what you're going to want to do with this strategy is just sort of lurk around the flag stand. Just be around the enemy base, be a presence. The enemy will always know that there's a chance that you're there, but they'll never know exactly where you are, and this is where sort of mind games come into play, And that's really what playing Infiltrator is all about, honestly. Now, you may notice that I am using the Stealth Spin Fuser rather than the Jackal. A few reasons for this. Number one, I've just gotten much better with the Spin Fuser since posting the previous video quite a while ago. Hey, thanks for the free blue plate. So I just feel more comfortable with that weapon than the Jackal. Also, the Jackal's been nerfed pretty hard over a couple patches, so Spin Fuser is, I would say 99% of people would probably agree that it's the better weapon. And this thing will absolutely destroy people in combination with the cloak, especially if you're using the smoke grenades with it, which basically will allow you to cloak even if you've just taken a hit, and will allow you to remain cloaked as well. So, normally when you take a hit, you will come out of cloak briefly, and the enemy will be able to see where you are. Well, if you use the smoke grenades, you'll remain completely hidden even if they hit you. So, essentially what this means is that you can stay hidden pretty much forever, especially if you have Survivalist on, so that you regain energy every time you pick up an ammo drop. Just kill somebody, pick up their supply drop, and, remain cloaked indefinitely, pretty much. And I would say that this is probably... And there's E-grab number one. Thank you very much. So as you can see there, he thought he was completely in the clear, but in fact was not. Part of the reason this is so effective, I'll get back to what I was saying a second ago in a minute, but part of the reason this is so effective is because they look down at the flag stand, they see nobody there, so they sort of let their guard down. Versus, say, you were a Pathfinder standing on the flag stand, about to get the E-grab, they would be a little bit more on guard and probably fire a shot at you. Their team might be on you, but if you're, hidden completely right there, people will often let their guard down, as I said, so they may land on the flag stand and then walk over rather than, taking the super fast route. And just generally, they'll get a little bit careless, so it works well, let's just put it that way. Anyways, back to what I was saying about the smoke grenades. Um, basically, using the smoke grenades, the spin fuser, and the survivalist perk, you can stay alive pretty much indefinitely unless you know... Here's the thing, if you're going to get the E-grab, you're most likely going to die. So, keep that in mind. But, if you're just going around playing a combat role, you're pretty much never going to die if you play your cards right. I mean, using this setup, I've killed Doombringers, Brutes, Raiders, everybody. Any class will pretty much go down to this setup because it's just so powerful. And the minute that your health gets down a little bit, all you have to do is cloak and then get out of there. So I definitely recommend checking it out. If you are new to playing Infiltrator and you have a choice between the Jackal and the Spin Fuser for an unlock, I would take the Spin Fuser. The only downside to this setup is that it makes it a little bit more difficult to destroy things like the generator because, well, the Spin Fuser doesn't do a ton of damage to structures. And obviously getting rid of the sticky grenades is going to decrease your ability to do that as well, but in my opinion, the smoke grenades far outweigh the usefulness of the sticky grenades. For my playstyle, at least. And if you want to get really tricky, you can throw on close combat as well for some backstabs. Check this out, by the way. Nope. You can throw on the sticky grenades? No. You can throw on the close combat perk for extra backstab damage. You can throw on the shock lance, and oh man, good times. In fact, that's my current setup for Infiltrator. Stealth Spin Fuser, shock lance, close combat, and survivalist, and the smoke grenades. And oh man, I came out of a match yesterday with 31 backstabs, and it was pretty awesome. But anyways, that's what I would recommend for Infiltrator. I mean, you'll just do so much damage, kill so many people, and all in all, it's just wonderful. So here's another example right here. I see that the guy's coming in with the flag. I'm not going to stand directly on the flag stand for the entire time because chances are people are going to fire some random shots up there, especially the guy that I just killed. But, starts to get closer, and I can just lie in wait. And, oh, I'm sorry, did you want to capture that? Now, there are a few things to keep in mind when playing Infiltrator E-grabs. First one, I've already mentioned, and that is that you're pretty much going to die. I mean, you're llama grabbing, most likely, if you're standing on the flag stand, so you're not going to have enough speed to get away. If you really want to survive, you can toss the flag and then throw down a smoke grenade. But, basically you're gonna die. The other thing to keep in mind is that, you're not gonna be able to win the match on your own, right? You have to have some teammates that are willing to retrieve the flag here. Because chances are, as soon as you grab the flag, every single person's gonna be on you, so you're probably not gonna be able to get the return because you're just going to die, most likely, as I've said. So this works a little bit better if you're slightly more coordinated with your team. Or at least your team knows what they're doing. It's always a good thing. And as usual, the general capture the flag strategies apply here. For instance, I could have pretty easily killed that guy that I was fighting with, but it's more important to go after the flag and make sure that that gets either returned or captured. A lot of people get drawn into the whole deathmatch mentality, and rather than getting the flag back, we'll go for the person that has less health, or go for the person that just killed them or something. Like it's some sort of vendetta. And if you can sort of overcome that desire, because it's very easy to get drawn into, oh, that guy has one hit left, I better go chase him. you'll come out of the game with a lot more wins. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much all I needed to cover as far as Infiltrator E grabs. You'll just see some more examples of it. That's pretty much all I'm doing this match, is lingering around the flag stand and getting the E grab. This also works really well just because, again, as I said, the sort of psychological aspect of it, and it sounds cheesy, but it's really true. If the enemy is constantly afraid that you're going to be, you're going to be there behind them, ready to shock lance or backstab them, then it puts them a little bit on edge, and they're more likely to make mistakes. But other than that, I think that's about it. This is probably, again, the most fun I've had playing Infiltrator, just lingering around the flag stand and killing fools. Getting the E-grab. Another one. So I'd recommend trying it. You know, even if you just have the default equipment, the SMG and the sticky grenades, you can still go in for the E-grab. Maybe toss down some stickies on the flag and hopefully kill the defenders and such. So try it. It's a lot of fun, and there's nothing more frustrating than being a Pathfinder and coming in at 300 plus to capture the flag, and then an Infiltrator E grabs it at the last second. So yeah, it's good for making people rage as well. But that's all I got on that topic. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, any strategies you have related to this, etc. We've got some video left, but I do have another topic to discuss, actually, and that is the Game of the Year edition. I haven't actually posted I posted the Shock Lance montage, which was apparently very controversial because it got like 4 likes and 3 dislikes so far, so hey, awesome, I guess. It's probably the indie music in the background that made people hate it. But anyways, I haven't posted an actual match with commentary over it since the Game of the Year edition came out. So I just wanted to give my general thoughts on that. Those of you who don't know, probably all of you do, the Game of the Year edition is just an option to basically purchase everything that's available in the game, unlock-wise, except for the cosmetic items, for $30. That, $30 gets you everything, all the weapons, all the classes, all the everything, except for the skins. That's the only thing you don't get. And that's, if you calculate out how much it would be to buy all the weapons individually, yeah, that's going to save you a lot of money. So it's definitely a good deal if you still have a lot of stuff to unlock, or if you're just starting the game. Doesn't do anything for me because, as I've said before, I already have everything unlocked. In fact, I have about 600,000 XP with nothing to spend it on. But which isn't a lot, by the way. Plenty of people have way more. But I, for one, really like the idea of that. Personally, it gets to a point where you get a little bit sick of free-to-play games and the way that they monetize. Free-to-play is great because, as long as it's not pay-to-win, which Tribes is not pay-to-win, don't tell me it's pay-to-win, because it's not. As long as it's not pay-to-win, you pretty much invest as much as you want into it, and you get convenience boosters or, sort of things to speed up your XP gain, that sort of thing. Or you buy the specific item that you want, for your playstyle. That's cool, but the problem is when there are like, 100 different free-to-play games on the market, and you wish that, you don't have enough time to put into all these, and you wish that you could just maybe pay up front for them. And so I honestly wish more games would do this, especially for a new player to a game like this, which has been out for a year now. Coming into the game with none of the unlocks, even though all of the weapons are pretty much balanced in this, there are some that are just flat out better than others, but for the most part they're pretty balanced. It's going to be a little bit discouraging coming in and all these people have, you know, this stuff that's either better gear or you perceive it as better gear. And so the option to just maybe play the game for a week or two, decide I really like this, and then drop down $30, which is about half the price of a regular AAA release. That's pretty good. I like that. And like I said, I wish more games would do it. Imagine if, you know, PlanetSide 2 or something did this. PlanetSide 2 or, I don't know what else. What other free-to-play games? I don't play a ton of them because, as I've said, I'm sort of burned out on them. But say Smite. Actually, Smite, also made by Hi-Rez, I think does have the hero pack that you can buy and basically get all the heroes. So, poor example, but you get my point, right? Say TF2. That's an interesting one. Say for you know, $20-30, you could unlock all the weapons in TF2. I think that'd be cool. Although, again, bad example because TF2, it's pretty easy to get weapons. And they have the whole trading system in, so, hey. I'm not coming up with good examples here, am I? But you get my point, right? More free-to-play games should have this option. And, in fact, the only real downside that I can see to this is the implications of its existence, I suppose. And what I mean by that is the reason that this this Game of the Year edition has come out is most likely because the game is suffering as far as players. And it's sad because I really do love this game, and it's probably the game I play most. But it's been having a hard time as far as number of players recently. So I think that part of the reason that they've implemented this is to try and you know, get more people on board. Hopefully it works. Hopefully the game lives on, I suppose. I threw down some money for some skins and voice packs because I was hoping to give them a little bit of a boost there. So hopefully they continue to generate funds and keep the game alive. That'd be great. But I mean, that's really the only downside I can see to this is the implications of it. But as far as the idea itself, oh, you, that guy got an airmail off of me. I think it's altogether a very good idea and quite wonderful. If I hadn't been playing the game for a year already and already have everything unlocked, I would probably be taking advantage of it. So, if you are relatively new, are thinking about maybe buying some gold for the game, I would seriously recommend thinking about that. You know, just consider it. Other than that, your best use of gold is probably going to be a boost. That was a horrible E-grab, my friend. Because the boosts do give you probably the most value for the money. But at any rate, that's my thoughts on that. Again, love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. I think it's a good thing. And again, wish more games would do it. So, we're about 19 minutes into the video. Got about 7 minutes left of the video. I've covered everything I wanted to cover. Let's talk about Infiltrator a bit more. For me, Infiltrator is the only class that I can really effectively use the Shock Lance with, just because of the sneaky, stabby nature of them. Obviously, you know, you see really good people doing stuff like chasing with it, which is pretty ridiculous. But if you're planning on using the Shock Lance, I would recommend using Infiltrator. And once you've used the Shock Lance a bit, which eventually I will get some Shock Lance actual gameplay up, because it's really fun and really good. once you really get used to using the shock lance, you realize how incredibly powerful it is. It just destroys people. Shock lance plus close combat means that you can kill a heavy as long as they're not paying attention to you in half a second. I mean, Doombringer standing on the flag, you sneak up behind them and they're dead instantly. Guys hanging out in the generator, dead instantly. I mean, it's such a good weapon, despite what it would seem. When I first used it, I thought it was pretty bad, and then you realize what it's actually supposed to be used for. So I would recommend checking that out. It does seem to be a little bit steep as far as the XP cost, but it's really worth it. And in addition, you know, if you unlock the shock lance for one class, you get it for all classes, so it's not like you have to buy it 9 times or something. So again, consider it. Although if you're going for unlocking stuff for Infiltrator, the order I would go in probably would be Stealth Spin Fuser, and probably then the Smoke Grenades. Unless of course you're looking for perks, in which case I would go Stealth Spin Fuser and then the Survivalist perk. Which again keeps you... That guy splatted right into the cliff face. You know, Survivalist perk is pretty much something that's good for every class. Some better than others, but there's not a single class that can't benefit from having health and energy regeneration from ammo packs, right? So, ouch. So it's worth looking into. I think I have one more good play coming up in this video, which would be a pretty big orbital strike. And maybe another blue plate in there somewhere. And there it is. It's funny, I can remember back in the days when I would get 4 blue plates in a match and I would feel really, really accomplished. And again, not bragging, it's just that you get, you know, you get more used to the way the weapons handle, and nowadays 4 blue plates is and you'll find that that's the case for you as well, you know, if you just get more used to the way the weapons handle and everything. But not a ton of blue plates this match. Again, this isn't one of those matches where I'm going for kills, kill streaks, and crazy stuff. It's really just doing an objective. Turned out to be a pretty decent match, in that it actually went to timeout. The enemy did a pretty good job of keeping us from capturing, and we did a pretty good job of keeping them from capturing, so not bad. Although I do pretty much oh, you with your random fusion mortar. I do claim at least 50% credit for this win, just because they were at least 3 or 4 captures they probably would have had if I hadn't been there to e-grab it. Which, again, is another reason why this strategy is fun, because you get to directly affect how well your team does. Which is always good. Anyways, we're just about done. I think my orbital strike is coming in pretty soon. Yes, indeed. I don't remember how many I get here. Let's count, shall we? 1 kill, 2 kill, 5 kill. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. Looks like 5 kills, which should be ultra kill. Not bad. Shazbot, indeed. So, guess we're going to start wrapping up now. Match is just about over. Want to thank you guys for watching. If you would like to comment, that'd be awesome. Let me know about anything, opinions about anything that I discussed in this video, anything you'd like to see me do in tribes. You know, say you want to see me play soldier with rifle and spin fuser, yeah, I can do that. You want to see me play some other class with some setup, yeah, go for it. I mean, not 100% guarantee that I'll be able to do it, but I will try my best. Let's go ahead and check out the final final stats here. 3 E-grabs that were technically E-grabs, but obviously there were more than that as far as just, grabbing to prevent captures. Yeah, 4 mid-airs, whoop-de-doo, right? Not too bad. I'll see you guys next time.